It's time for an Aleph Beis review, and that is the mystery of the Hebrew alphabet. And I keep coming back to it. I talk about different dimensions, and I talk about different letters, and I talk about different aspects of the personality. And the most important question that you should ask is, what does all this have to do with me? I want to know how this affects me. And the answer is that you are a world unto yourself. You come from the highest levels of holiness, not just spirituality. Spirituality is selfish. Spirituality is self-indulgent. Those who like to do kumbaya and sit around with their knees crossed and go back and forth and shake and hum. They're just into themselves. And they can't get out of themselves. There's no true devotion that comes out of that. A Jewish person has to be godlike and godly, and God gives to all, and God cares for all. God has compassion for all. Of course, sometimes a person is so despicable and so disgusting that the person is not deserving. The person has to be told no, very, very emphatically. In fact, sometimes has to be punished. But our compassion has to be the first thing, our first response, and that's your right hand, right shoulder. You're giving, you're caring, you're loving. The left side is protecting you, like you're holding a shield, making sure that everything has its place in organizing yourself. And since we all can't do all things at all times, men are good on the right side, and women are better at the left side, organizing things, making sure that everything is in its proper place. But there is, before we get to the aspects of the person, the various parts of the body, we have to talk about something even more important, and that's your name. And your name is composed of letters. What is your Hebrew name? Do you have a Hebrew name? Or is there an equivalent to your name? And Jack, of course, is Yaakov. And Sarah is the equivalent of Sarah. But what is your Hebrew name? It's very important to know, because your Hebrew name determines the kind of person who you are. Let me cut to the chase. There are 22 letters in the Hebrew alphabet. There are 3 types of letters: original letters, double letters, and simple letters. Are you an original letter? Are you a double letter? Or are you a simple letter? There is no such thing as a letter that's better than another, because each letter functions for a different purpose. The original letters God used to combine different aspects together. For you see, before there was the creation of the world, everything was scattered and exploded. The reason for that is because there could be no balance and no harmony, because everything was either lined up as one line or as 2 lines. The problem with one line is it's a mishmash. There's no cooperation. There's just individual aspects lining up by themselves. 2 lines create conflict. There's you and me, and that's it. 3 lines create you, me, and together. That's what the 3 letters, the 3-lined system represents. It represents harmony and peace. It's called the world of tikkun. It's a world of correction. And so we have 3 letters that are used to combine 2 opposite lines and combine them as one. What are these 3 letters? These 3 letters, you would think, would be emet, would be truth. But the tav of emet is the last letter of the alphabet, which is used to represent the ability, the art of communication. The word, as it's spoken in its ultimate form, which comes through the spirituality in your brain and your thoughts and your feelings, and is expressed, that word is the culmination and the ultimate, and therefore could not be part of the system of putting things together. And so therefore, there are three especially powerful letters. They're Aleph, Mem, and instead of Tav, Shin. Aleph, Mem, Shin. These are the three letters that combine different aspects. And if you're one of those three letters, if that's found as the first letter of your name, then you have the ability of putting opposite things together. And of course it depends upon which range. The Aleph, that is your shoulder or your collarbone, the one that goes across your structural system and combines the right side and the left side, your right arm and your left arm, because that's the main aspect of a human being, that he uses his arm. Of course, there are people who fight with their feet, but your feet are mostly for going, not for fighting. Your hands are used for giving and developing and working and creating. But the right side and the left side, they may look the same, but they really are different. One is used for giving. One is used for holding back. One is kind and enthusiastic and bubbly, and the other is organized and strict and formal and preventative. And that's the difference between father and mother. Father loves his kid. Oh, he'll play with his kid, throw him up and down. Mother makes sure that the kid's in the right place, eats at the right time, sleeps at the right time, gets what the kid needs. That's Gvura. That's chesed, kindness, and Gvura. But you need to be able to combine them because they're different natures. Men and women have not been able to figure each other out from the beginning of time because they're different. A man likes to express, and a woman likes to set up shop and nest and organize. And the woman likes to organize her man, and the man likes to have a good time and have his wife part of that good time. And it's two different worlds. And that's why there's so much divorce. They can't understand why the other person is doing things differently than the way they see it. But because men and women are different. They're created different. But that's chesed and gvura, and you need to be able to combine them together. And what combines the different natures together? That's the letter Aleph. So if you're an Eliyahu, if you're an Abraham, Avraham, if you're an Elisa, then you have the ability to combine chesed, kindness, and gvura, and organization, which is called strength or stricture. You've got that incredible ability, the ability to master your emotion. You'd be a powerful person with your emotions because you're able to go from one to the other to connect the most powerful facets of the human being. We're going to continue this the next time.